Let's get started with the Namo 3 times. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Today I'm going to be explaining truth and the root. In this diagram, we have to understand truth and the root. In order to understand truth and the root, at first we have to understand perfectors. We have already understood perfectors, so we are able to understand truth and the root very easily. So, in order to understand truth and the root, at first we have to see, according to this diagram, we are in the number 2 session. In the number 2 session, there are 5 aggregates, 5 factors: consciousness, mind and matter, 6 sense spaces, contact, feeling. They are called 5 factors as well as 5 aggregates. We have to understand 5 aggregates. 5 aggregates, 5 factors. According to this diagram, we are in the number 2 session. We have 5 aggregates. These 5 aggregates are about ourselves. We have these 5 aggregates. So why do we have these 5 aggregates? We have to search for according to this diagram. According to this diagram, we are in the number 2 session. We are human being. Human being means, according to ultimate truth, human being means 5 aggregates. According to conventional truth, human being. According to conventional truth, we are human being. And ultimate truth, human being means 5 aggregates. So, whatever it is, we are in the number 2 session. We are human being, 5 aggregates. Why do we have these 5 aggregates according to this diagram? When we search for the cause of these 5 aggregates. The cause of 5 aggregates are: number 1, sankhara. Sankhara, volitional actions, good sankhara, good life, good aggregate, bad sankhara, bad life, bad aggregate. So sankhara is the cause of 5 aggregate, the cause of this life. Why do we have this sankhara, this action? Because of this avijja. Avijja, not understanding the true Dhamma, not understanding the Four Noble Truths. Depending on that avijja, not understanding the Four Noble Truths, we do this sankhara action. Depending on this action, we have 5 aggregates. As long as we have 5 aggregates, then 5 aggregate human being, as long as we have this aggregate, this life is also dukkha satya, noble truth of suffering. And as long as we have life, we have to be old age, sickness, and death. That's why life is dukkha. Life is dukkha satya, noble truth of dukkha, noble truth of suffering. Life is dukkha satya. Life is dukkha satya, noble truth of suffering. Then ultimate truth, there are five aggregates. That five aggregate, one of these aggregate is arising and passing away. Whatever aggregate is arising in us, they are arising and passing away. We have to try to see arising and passing away. When we see arising and passing away is dukkha satya, noble truth of suffering. Arising and passing away is dukkha satya, noble truth of suffering. Arising and passing away is dukkha satya, noble truth of suffering. No understanding this dukkha, no understanding this dukkha as dukkha is avijja. Yes. No understanding this dukkha as dukkha is avijja. Depending on this avijja, we do this sankhara. Depending on this sankhara, we have these five aggregates, so-called and dukkha satya. We have this dukkha satya. No understanding this dukkha as dukkha is avijja. Depending on that avijja, there arise sankhara. Depending on that avijja and sankhara, there arise five aggregate. That is dukkha satya. So the root of this present dukkha, this is present period. The root of present dukkha is avijja. The root of this present dukkha is avijja. The cause of present dukkha is avijja. Actually, in this content, we have to find out two roots. So, the root of this present dukkha is called avijja. Now we are searching for the root of present dukkha. Now we find out that dukkha and the root of dukkha. In the past, we had avijja, ignorance. Ignorance. Ignorance means ignorance of the Four Noble Truths. Not understanding the Four Noble Truths, that is avijja in the past. Because of that avijja in the past, we did sankhara in the past, and depending on that avijja and sankhara, we have five aggregates. The cause of this present five aggregate, present dukkha, the cause of present dukkha is avijja. The main cause of present dukkha is avijja. The main root of present dukkha is avijja. That's why avijja is the root of present dukkha. So we are writing at the middle, avijja. This is one root. Avijja is one root. Now we are looking for the first root of present dukkha. And we have already found out the first root of present dukkha. And then we have this dukkha. Now we know very well, we know correctly dukkha is dukkha. We understand reality. Dukkha is dukkha. We understand. We understand properly. We understand exactly. We understand as really it is. Dukkha is dukkha. We have already understood. This is dukkha. But if we don't understand this dukkha as dukkha, at the time we don't understand dukkha as dukkha, so we may blame sukha or any other. We don't know dukkha as dukkha exactly. We don't know exactly dukkha as dukkha. So when we don't understand dukkha as dukkha, we crave for the dukkha. When we don't understand reality, when we understand dukkha as dukkha, we crave for the dukkha. We attach to the dukkha. Yeah, Panchakana. Yeah, Panchakana. Panchakana means in reality dukkha. Yeah. Then dukkha miwa upaja manam upajati. Dukkha miwa niroja manam nirojati. In Pali word. Dukkha miwa upaja manam upajati. Dukkha, only dukkha is arising and passing away. Dukkha is arising. Arising is dukkha. Passing away is dukkha. Dukkha means panchakana. Panchakana is arising. Panchakana is passing away. Panchakana is called dukkha. Because that panchakana is arising and passing away only. Arising and passing away only. We have to try to see arising and passing away of panchakana. Panchakana is main object to practice meditation. In order to practice meditation, meditation object is only 5. We have to understand. But then, even though we are explaining and only 5, but difficult to see in reality, and difficult to know in reality. But as much as possible, we have to try to practice meditation to see as they really are, as really it is. Okay, and in this point, 5 aggregate panchakana, that is dukkha satya. If we understand this dukkha as dukkha, stop in there. If we understand dukkha as dukkha, finished. Yeah, magga satya. And that is conclusion. No? That is conclusion. Actually, if we understand dukkha as dukkha, finished. But no understanding dukkha as dukkha, at the time our suffering goes on, keep on going, keep on going. So we don't understand dukkha as dukkha. At the time we crave for the dukkha, we crave for the panchakana. At the time we have craving the now. When we have craving, tanha, depending on that tanha, there arise upadana, clinging. At first, craving, small tanha, little tanha. Upadana, more tanha, no? Big tanha, big one. This is a small lobha, a big lobha. So depending on small lobha, there arise big lobha. That lobha is increasing because we cannot control. We cannot control. We are not able to practice meditation. That lobha is increasing. In practicing meditation, we can decrease. No? We are able to decrease that lobha from decrease to lost, possible to lost that lobha. We have to practice meditation. By practicing meditation, able to remove that lobha. We are able to reduce that lobha by practicing meditation. By practicing meditation, by listening to Dhamma talk, we are able to reduce lobha. We are able to remove lobha. We are able to eliminate lobha like that. So by listening to Dhamma talk, by studying Buddha's teaching, this is dukkha, this is the cause of dukkha, this is And Sukha, this is the cause of Sukha. And by studying and Buddha's teaching, when we understand, we have our lower is decreasing and decreasing and decreasing. When we understand by listening or by studying, our lower is decreasing and decreasing, more and more decreasing. Otherwise, our lower is increasing and increasing. So we need to study the Buddha's teaching, and we need to listen and Buddha's teaching, Dhamma talk, and we need to practice meditation. And whatever we like to do something, and listening to Dhamma talk or studying and Buddha's teaching, practicing meditation, and whatever we like, no? Whatever we are interested in or whatever we like it, we can practice as much as possible. In that case, we are able to reduce and we are able to remove that lower. So at first, we have to make an effort to practice meditation. When we practice meditation, and these 5 aggregate is horizon and passing away, 5 aggregate is Dukkha Satya, we may understand. Otherwise, this 5 aggregate is Dukkha Satya. We don't understand Dukkha as Dukkha. In that case, we have craving. Depending on craving, there arise clinging. Depending on clinging, there arise becoming. Becoming means action. Becoming means action. Good action, bad action. When we do good action at present moment, we will have good jati in the future. When we do bad action at present moment, we will have bad jati in the future. Good action, good jati, bad action, bad jati. And that karma bhava and jatis are linking each other. So at present life, at present moment, we have to create our life as much as we can. According to this diagram, according to the Buddha's teaching, we are able to create our life. Do we good or bad? We are creator of our life. Our action is our creator. And this is our creator of our life. If we want good life in the future, we have to do good action at the present moment. Otherwise, if we are doing bad action, we will have bad jati in the future. If we don't want bad jati in the future, we don't have to do bad action at the present moment. And in our country, maybe you may know, rector of Theravada Buddhist Missionary University, rector of Theravada Buddhist Missionary University, INTBUM. Yeah, INTBUM, rector. That Zero is very famous also in our country. And he can give Dhamma talk not only in Burmese language, but also in English also. He used to advise our people, if you don't want to meet bad people, you don't have to do bad karma.
Yes.
You don't have to do bad karma. If you don't want to meet bad people, You don't have to do bad karma. If you are doing bad karma, you have to meet bad people. Like that. So according to the Buddha's teaching, no, and our action is our life.
Karma Bhava means like a God, like that. Said, that is called karma. I thinking about karma.
God.
Like a God.
Oh yes, yes,
Creator.
yeah. That is true. We have to say,
Buddhist God.
yeah, Buddhist God. That is Buddhist God. Yeah, and in Buddhism, we believe in karma,
Yeah.
and in Christian, they believe in God. It's just different. Only this karma and God. God and karma only. Yes, that is our belief in, their belief in. That is very clear. No? Name is different. So the same. Buddhist and Buddha's teaching, we have to do as we like. You know? Whatever we do as we like, we have to receive. Yeah, consequence. Yeah. We have to receive our consequence as we have done, like that. And religions are not so different each other, no? In reality, no? Just name is different. Just name is different. Okay, yes, according to this diagram, good karma, good jati, bad karma, bad jati. So, as long as we have this jati God, we have to be old age and death, old age, sickness, and death. Birth is dukkha saja, old age and death are also dukkha saja, noble truth or suffering. Noble truth or suffering in the future. And in the future, we have suffering. Why do we have this suffering? And because of this karma, we have this suffering, future suffering. The cause of the future suffering is karma bhava. The cause of karma bhava is upadana. The cause of upadana is tanha. So the main cause of future dukkha is tanha. The main root of future dukkha is tanha. That's why that tanha is the root of future dukkha. So right in at the middle point, tanha is another root cause. So avijja is the root of present dukkha. This tanha is the root of future dukkha. Avijja and tanhas are creator of dukkha. Avijja create present dukkha, tanha create future dukkha. Avijja create present dukkha, tanha create future dukkha. Avijja and tanhas are creator of dukkha. We have to understand. No one create our dukkha, our suffering. Avijja and tanhas are creating our problem, our suffering. Yes. Yes. In reality, that one is making problem. He is making problem. He is trying to destroy this world. And according to dependent origination, no one create problem. Our avijja and tanha, ignorance and our cravings are creating problem. Our ignorance, our craving, they are creating problem. They are creating suffering. They are creating dukkha, samsara, like that. That's why Mahusara said, and foolish man, talking about foolish man. And reality, man is not foolish. Defilement is foolish. Defilement is foolish. Yes. If we are able to remove defilements, no one foolish like that. So, and Mangala Sutta, chanting Parida, and Asi Wanaja Palanan is not to associate with a foolish man. Actually, not like that. Moses said, not to associate foolish men, and that is in reality that is not right. Not to associate with the defilements. Moses said, yes. Yeah. Not to associate defilements. Defilement is foolish. Man is not foolish. Moses said. Because of defilements means foolish, no? If we are able to remove defilements, no one foolish. So, yeah, because of Veja and Dana, yes. Veja and Dana. So, and according to this diagram, we are able to understand two in the roots. No? The root of present suffering is avijja. The root of future suffering is tanha. We have already understood. Having understood two in the root on the cycling by way of two in the root, and we have to understand how to remove that two roots. No? How to remove that two root. Because of this two root, we are feeling suffering in this samsara. They are creator of suffering. They create suffering. That's why we have suffering again and again because they are creating suffering. So we don't like that suffering. If we don't like that suffering, we have to remove that suffering. To remove suffering, we cannot remove that suffering directly. We have to remove the cause of suffering. The cause of suffering. If we are removing suffering, as long as we have the cause of suffering, that suffering is coming again and again. If we don't like suffering, we need to remove the cause of suffering, the root of suffering. If we have root that is growing up, so we need to uproot. We need to uproot. How to uproot? According to this diagram. So, in order to uproot that two roots, we have to practice meditation in the number 2 session. In the number 2 session, there are 5 aggregates. Maybe sometimes you may have feeling, sometimes you may have contact, mind, whatever aggregate is arising in us, we need to observe. We need to observe. If we are practicing meditation on that aggregate, while we are practicing meditation on that aggregate, 1 minute we are practicing meditation on that aggregate, 1 minute we are uprooting, 1 minute. If we are practicing meditation 1 hour, we are removing 1 hour. So, in order to uproot completely, we need to practice meditation as much as possible. We have to practice meditation to uproot completely avijja and tanha. We need to practice. We need to practice. By studying Buddha's teaching, by learning, and meditation technique, and I'm practicing meditation according to its technique. In that case, we are able to remove that two roots completely. So 5 aggregates, among the 5 aggregates, whatever aggregate is arising in us, we have to observe it. When we observe one of these 5 aggregates, they arise in a passing way, arising in passing with dukkha satya, understand, arising in passing with dukkha satya, understanding knowledge is magga satya. We have knowledge. Knowledge means wisdom. When we have wisdom, wisdom means amoha. No moha. Yeah, panya. At the time, we have already removed avijja because we have panya. We have amoha. Amoha remove moha. So we have amoha. We have knowledge. That amoha understand dukkha as dukkha. So we have removed moha, avijja. When we have removed avijja, we understand dukkha as dukkha. When we understand dukkha as dukkha, we don't crave for that dukkha. We don't crave for that dukkha. We have no craving. No craving, we are removing craving. No craving, no clinging, no becoming, no birth, no old age and death, no dukkha. We are able to attain cessation of dukkha. Yeah, dukkha nirodha, dukkha nirodha. By practicing meditation, we are able to attain realization of nibbana. We are able to remove 2 roots by practicing meditation. So, in order to remove 2 in the root, we have to study Buddha's teaching. We have to practice meditation. We have to listen Dhamma talk. After listening Dhamma talk, we have to think about the process of this tiger. If we are thinking about it, okay. If we understand dukkha as dukkha, we have knowledge. As long as we have knowledge, we understand dukkha as dukkha, so we don't crave for that dukkha. No craving, no clinging, no becoming, no birth, no old age and death, no dukkha. We attain cessation of dukkha, dukkha nirodha. We have attained the form of a truth. We attain knowledge. So when we have knowledge, we have vijja, not avijja. So we have to make an effort to attain realization nibbana. 4 times we attain arahata magga. When we attain arahata magga, we have no more ignorance, avijja, no more avijja, no more sankhara, no more aggregates. Nothing to crave, nothing to crave, nothing to crave. So no craving, no clinging, no becoming, no birth, no old age and death, no dukkha. We are free from all of dukkha. To be free from all of dukkha, now we are studying Buddha's teaching, we are practicing meditation, we are learning a lot, we are spending a lot of times to be free from all of suffering. Okay, and this to be to end the root, how to reward this diagram by way of to end the root, how to stop this diagram by way of to end the root. Tomorrow, we would like to continue to in the truth and soul. Okay, let's stop just here. Okay. Hold on.
Recording